the same. In time, you'll know what it's like to lose.
If life is left unchecked, life will cease to exist.
Welcome back to Toys on Throne. We're going to be opening a Queen Studios 1-to-1 Thanos bust today. I've been waiting to do this video for a long time, but before that, just to let you know, my upcoming videos, I'll be putting out the details for a giveaway for a Nightwing 1/3 scale that's even signed by Ron Lim and George Perez, which I got at Perez's retirement signing. So instead of storing that away or selling it, I decided to do a giveaway. I'll leave the details in my next upcoming video. Okay, let's start with the first box here. Wow, look at this. This thing is gigantuous. Let's go ahead and open our other box there. And there is box number 2, and that is an enormous stand there. A lot of little pieces and accessories. We'll go have to get all those out. Okay, we've taken the base out, and man, that thing was heavy. Oh my gosh. We're going to go ahead and take these little pieces. They're actually little keys here that have numbers on them. They can only go in one spot, but they're a little tricky to get in the right place. So let's go ahead and put those together really quick. And I kind of know where these pieces go for the most part. Put that first, then this one, then this one. There we go, perfect. So let's go ahead, let's get the other side. Let's see, and we kind of already did this one. Let's see, this one goes straight down like that. So it's pretty much the same thing. Pretty cool, and then of course we got our nameplate there. Okay, same thing with the back side. They can be a little tricky there. Actually, see, we gotta put this one on first, then this one, and then this one goes on the top. There we go. Perfect. You got the big peg right there, and then the one on top right there. All right. You get a little light on that. Check that bad boy out. Badass. Okay, so we got everything put on there except for the bust. Let's go ahead and put that monster on.
You got it? That's a wrist.
Here, get the shoulder. Hold on.
That's gonna hurt the wrist. Hey.
Wow, this thing is huge.
Look at the teeth. Wow, the teeth really looks really...
All right, part of his helmet. I knew his helmet looked a little skinny. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Right here, the points go right there.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, there we go.
What the... That is crazy.
This thing is awesome. This thing is huge.
How much was this?
I won it in a raffle.
Sure. Sure. Man, the teeth. I can't get over the teeth.
I know, that is awesome. All right, we got everything put together, and check this guy out. He is absolutely awesome. My heart is actually kind of beating fast. I think this is my adrenaline's been pumped up probably more than it ever has before over a statue. Wow, this thing is cool. I mean, just looking at him, he's so intimidating. It's just crazy. Now, when Queen Studios made this bust, their objectives were to show the sheer size of Thanos. So this is a 1-to-1, and of course you can see we're side by side. Thanos is a lot bigger than me. He's a demigod. He's actually bigger than the Hulk. So this statue actually represents his actual size. So he is huge, man. And when you open this thing and you actually just look at him straight on, he is very intimidating. It is really cool. Man, really awesome. Anyway, that's the first thing they wanted to do. Show the sheer size of Thanos. And secondly, they wanted to make him as intimidating as possible. And I think they accomplished that. This is really cool. This is Queen Studios' biggest bust thus far. So, detailed everywhere. Everything I see on this, I have no complaints about it. And I actually looked at it pretty closely there. So, anyway, just starting on the base here. The base, man, if you look at the textures, all the surfaces are kind of cracked. Has a weathered type of texture with metallic surfaces, metal surfaces. Is supposed to represent alien technology. Actually, the base is supposed to represent Thanos' Q-ship. So if you look at this, you can see it looks like it's alien. It's an alien technology. And if you look at Thanos on throne, it looks very similar actually. Look at the back here, man. It is detailed from the bottom surface to the back, all the way underneath, and you don't typically see that in busts. It's just crazy. They went all out on this thing. We got our pieces that we put on here that give it a little more depth, but as you can see, you got a lot of cabling, wiring, aliens, metal surfaces all over this thing. And look at this. What does that look like? That's right, that looks like the spine of the Thanos on throne chair. It also has the same texture from Guardians of the Galaxy on the chair that Thanos is sitting on. So it's really cool that they incorporated that. So I showed you the Thanos on the throne spine, and you can see it's very similar. Even the thrusters and everything that you see on Thanos on throne is very similar. It's really cool they incorporated that. And you got the thrusters, you got the turbines here. This is outlined in like a really light metallic blue, as well as down here. And then, of course, you got your LED lights back here, and you got a plug-in right here where you can turn your LEDs on and off. So, even on the underside, man, all the surfaces, a lot of like battle damage type surfaces. That's really cool. Going to the front, you're looking at the front of the base. Pretty much the same thing. I mean, that's what it is. And if you look all through here, this is like triple layered, man. It has a lot of hollow surfaces inside. And that gives statues a lot of characteristic. Instead of being fused in just one glob, when they put it where you actually add pieces on there and you layer them on, or if they hollow out and put in some really deep cuts inside the surfaces, it just gives it a lot more texture, a lot more character. So they really didn't chintz out in any way on this, and I like how they layered all these the pieces that we had to put on. So it just gives it more depth there. This is a big controversy here, is the nameplate there. This is Marvel Avengers Endgame. Now, I was online when they were discussing this piece, and I mean, I almost read everything because I wanted this so bad and I was so excited. Half the people wanted this and half the people didn't. With pictures that showed a nameplate, some people were complaining, take that off, we don't want that thing, and other people want it. So this is the compromise there. You got a magnet, it's removable. And if you take it off, it doesn't look too bad. It's just a little small indented rectangle there. But the cool thing that I may do with this is actually get a custom nameplate that's blank. Because I can tell you, I want to get this signed by Brolin. The next time Brolin does a signing, I want to be there to get this signed. I typically don't like to get this signed on the actual, or statues in general, on the actual surfaces of the statue. But if you had a cool nameplate, you can get them signed. Maybe it's something bigger that stretches across where you can get Brolin and Starlin's on there. That would be really cool. Hopefully they do another Infinity Gauntlet reunion. That would be awesome for this thing. Even if, as a last resort, getting it on the armor and the chest plate there would not be too bad. I mean, we're talking Josh Brolin, man. This is him. And I think that would, to me, that would make it that much more special. It's really cool. Now looking at the armor, this is the endgame armor. Man, it is thick. I mean, they didn't chintz out on the thickness. I mean, that's about 3/4 of an inch there. And it's all battle damage. There are all these cuts and smashes all over the place. I mean, they don't have pieces of the armor that are broken off. It's just battle damage pretty much everywhere. It's been weathered. He's been through war. It's what it should look like. Even if you look at the back, you got his collar. His collar's black here. And if you look on the side, if you can see that here, it's hollowed out behind the collar. And under the collar, you got a more collars that are layered on there, and they're actually hollowed out in there. So that's really cool. They didn't make that one piece. And then if you look behind the helmet, same thing. They did deep cuts inside here. So it's, you know, I really don't like when they just make a bust or even a statue that's just all fused into one without any, you know, without cutting into it. It just gives it more characteristic. Even if you look through here, I don't know if you can see that, you can actually, there's a crack in his helmet about 1 centimeter, and it has the silicone color under there. So they did a really awesome job with this. And even if you look on the side, going underneath behind his helmet, silicone back there through his neck, you can see silicone back there. Really cool. This is, I'm so excited to get this displayed. I have a special display for this one. It's going to have this, my Infinity Hot Toys Infinity Gauntlet, and we're going to have our Thanos on throne, our quarter scale Infinity War Thanos, and I think that's it. And then it's going to be an awesome display. Hopefully it'll be able to bear the weight of that. So we'll see about that. This is epic. Anyway, this is number 630 out of 666. You get a certificate of authenticity, and this one's signed by the art director and the CEO of Queen Studios with a Marvel seal. That's really cool. Now, a couple things I wanted to talk about. I got this very late. I got number 630 out of 666. I almost got one of the last ones. Now, I know there was a lot of complaints in regards to the silicone on Thanos' face. People were getting them really deep purple, and it wasn't the color of Thanos' face. And on top of that, it was sweating out. It was sweating. So I didn't have that problem. I'm wondering if they actually changed it. They actually fixed it, because I got one of the last batches. So I bet you anything they fixed it, because his facial tone, the color is okay. I mean, I don't have to do that baby powder, the talcum powder trick or anything. That is the color. I guess if you want to lighten them a little, you can. But this is not the deep purple that I saw in other videos. Anyways, he comes with glass eyes, very realistic looking. You got his, the first thing you see when you see the statue, his teeth, they're so real looking. And they have some weathering to them. They're a little yellow. But man, he does have a good dentist though. He has good gums. He's good to go. Texture wise and detail, no lack of detail on the face. They captured almost every wrinkle that he has on his chin, under the eyes, just pretty much everywhere. Man, they really went to town on that. Okay, yeah, and looking at price of this. This isn't the most expensive Queen Studios bust, and the reason being is you got the silicone right here only. Now, if you look at Wonder Woman, the silicone wraps all around, even down the neck. Wonder Woman, it goes all the way down to her breast line, and part way down the back. The more silicone you have, the more expensive it's going to be. Now, this one running about $2,100. Fortunately for me, I'm very close to Spec Fiction. So my shipping wasn't too bad. It was $5.50. Actually, I think that's pretty much the same for anyone else in the US. Now, I was really bummed. I was going to go pick this up, but with work and time constraints, I couldn't do it. But I'm only an hour and a half away, and that's crazy that I had to pay $5.50 for shipping. Maybe next time I'm going to try to pick it up. Anyway, pretty much there's really not much more I can say about this. Oh yeah, one thing I want to mention, platinum silicone is supposed to be one of the top grade silicones you can get. It's medical grade and it's supposed to last 20 or 30 years, supposedly. Now, there's no statues that actually you can see that are 20 or 30 years old to see if it cracks, weathers, or fissures. And I bet you this thing will crack. It will dry out over time. That's just the way it goes. I don't think anyone can just 100% say it's going to be perfect in 20 or 30 years. And it goes by quick. I mean, if you look at my Galactus there, that was back 07. It's already 13 years old. Just imagine this 13 years old. Is this going to be in the same condition? It's hard to tell. No one really knows. There's no long-term statue that we have seen. So hopefully it'll hold up. I don't really trust the silicone quite yet. You got to give it some time. You're paying a lot for these statues, and for you to just trust silicone on what people say, it's just I don't really believe it. I really think this is silicone is going to degrade over time. You do get a maintenance kit. You get for the silicone, you get a brush, you get some gloves, and I think once in a while you're going to have to get this some maintenance on this. Hopefully there's silicone specialists that can recondition them or something. Anyway, there's nothing else I can say about this except it's just badass. I am mesmerized. Awesome. So, basically, that's all I can say about Thanos. I hope you enjoyed Thanos. Next time we're going to be doing Loki on Throne. This is a custom statue that I obtained. I was able to get it as kind of like a waitlisted item, and someone backed out and I was able to jump on it, and we're going to be doing that video this week, so join me then. Anyway, thanks for watching my video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I do appreciate the support, and I hope you enjoyed Thanos, and we'll see you next time.